Hi, this is Joy. Thank you for connecting with me. And it's always my passion to share my ascension journey and also help people to raise their vibrations. So today I am going to share the topic about the 5 keys to connect to your higher self. And I think in most people on this awakening or ascension journey, it's very important part to be connect to your higher self. And you'll find the more you connect to your higher self, the easier you can getting guidance, or there are so many benefits. So I think everyone has different journey of connecting to their higher self. So today I'm going to share my journey, and also followed by I'll be explaining, like how does it work if any of you want to embody your higher self permanently. Okay, so to start with, I am just going to read, that's the message from my higher self. So you have the question about why people work with guides and ascended masters and not work with higher self directly. Like incarnated human souls, there are guides and ascended masters are helping souls in human bodies in the earth experience. It's their missions or work to help humanities in their ascension. Higher self are looking after the incarnated soul just like their children. I as higher self is experiencing experiences through you. You are like my child, and they is a soul group that is connected to me directly. They are like my children and under my supervision. Just like a family, the parents send their children out to school, and you could say Earth is a school, where the children learn from the teachers. They can be the guides, angels, or ascended masters, or different names, but they are playing the similar roles. That's helping the children, which is incarnated souls, as human beings for their ascension journey. And when the incarnated soul fulfill their tasks or challenges, then they will go back home to their parents, which you could say the higher selves. All this is a play, a role play that all of my children in different timelines are experience and learn what they need to experience or learn. Just like different teachers in school, different guides or ascended masters have their specialized wisdom, knowledge, and tools. My children can explore all different possibilities and potentials. If you can only communicate with me, wouldn't that be too boring? So this is all what it's all about. I know there are there's a period of time you don't trust the guides and don't want to connect. But if you see them as teachers in schools, you can learn different things from different teachers. Would that be more fun? The only thing is don't get lost and having too much fun at school. Then forget to go home or get lost on the journey back home. We are always connected as long as you think about me, talk to me, and ask me for support. I'm always here and know what's the best for you. Although my children here have their script and homework to do. So keep up with the work. Connect more often with me. Also, one more thing is that it's the individual soul's choice if they want to work with guides and ascended masters or angels or not. It's all about learning and experiences. After all, we are all connected and it's all good. And we'll talk soon, sending much love and blessings. So this is basically the message from my higher self explaining because as incarnated soul, we come here, like Earth is a school, and we learn, like we go to school and there are different teachers. They have different specialized in different knowledge, skills, and wisdom. So in our journey, people will like to learn different things. And but I can probably make another video talk about the guides, but today I just want to focus about connecting to your higher self, which is always my main focus, because The main difference between the guides, ascended masters, or angels, whoever, they can have different names. And of course, most of these beings, they have, most of them, like ascended masters, they have the earthly experience, and that's why it's called ascended, because they have experience what we experience, and that it's like they graduated from this earth school, so they're coming back to show you the way how they work their way out. So that's their role they are playing. So today I just want to focus a little bit more on how to connect to your higher self. Yes, the difference is the higher self is always with you 24/7, and the teachers, they can come and go. It's like you can go to primary school. They have primary school teachers, high school teachers, university teachers. But your parents is always the same. Your biological parents is always the same. So you can say like our biological or spiritual parents is our higher self, and it's always 24/7 with us. So you never go wrong, and it's always with you. So that's why I would recommend, it's always to learn to how to connect with your higher self. And of course, if people, they want to explore, like getting some different knowledge, or because different consciousness, they have different journeys. So what the wisdom, the information or knowledge they're collecting are a bit different. That's why it's all about, in this play, the source play, the different consciousness has different journey, different experiences, and that's in this play we choose to connect and just to understanding more about ourselves as a source, because it's all these potentials. So the next part, I'm going to explaining how our connection with the source and with the higher self. So I think most people know this part, that as a source, because when source wants to experience itself, you can think the source is like an ocean, is so vast. And then a lot of people use this analogy. And then when the source wants to experience itself, it's just sending lots of sparks of light. And then in the purest form of source, you can also saw it like a higher self. So you say you have a pure energy, like a water energy in the ocean. And then when you take one drop of water, so you can say this is the higher self. The higher self has the essence as the source, and it's like having this. Okay, I got some question here. You're welcome to put your question out, and I'll answer. I'll answer back to you. Right, after explain this one. Right. So with the higher self, they have this, it's like a drop of water, it's spark of light, it's this consciousness, and they manifested themselves with more experience itself as one higher self. It can manifest to different incarnated souls. So as one of the incarnated souls, we are the physical existence of our higher self. So before the higher self experience in all this, we sort of making our script before we come here to the earth to experience. So with one higher self, it can have different incarnated soul, and they can be in different timelines, in different planets, different, universes or galaxy. And the thing is, you can say this within the one higher self, under the supervision of the same higher self is your soul family, the closest soul family. And that's why under one higher self there are many different, and I'll go little bit further when people want to embody higher self, so there's a different, you need to go further with that. So I'm just explaining that. So So this is a very simple graphic. I try to show you the connection of the source and higher self, and under one higher self is supervising a few, a group of incarnated souls. So they may exist in the same timeline or different timeline. And then there will be one incarnated soul. You can embody the higher self. So I'll explain later. It's quite interesting. And yeah, you can make it as your goal, Right. So so now what I'm going to go, the next part is to explain how the keys, 5 keys to connect to your higher self. So of course the first one is to raise your vibration, and you can raise your vibration through meditation, or sometimes the music, they're helpful. Now with the online, on the YouTube, you can find a lot of music, there's raise your vibration, and you just connect it to the one resonate to you, because everyone is different, and whatever works for you, that's the best one. You can use many different tools. So meditation is the easiest way, and most people using that. Or you can use the music, or you can even use essential oils, because the essential oils, they are tuning to certain frequency vibration, and itself is already high. So when you apply these essential oils, it can raise the vibration quite instantly. And of course, some people use crystal bell spray, have special ingredients made of tuning with the crystal water. There are so many different things. So you can find whatever works for you, and you can do your own research, because this is really it's really like a personal choice. So you can explore these parts, but the main thing is to raise your vibration. And you can always refer to some of my previous the videos I made. They are the techniques to help you to tune in, to connect with your higher self. So nearly 99% of my videos to connect to your higher self. And that's my what's drawn to me, because because of my past journey leading me to connect to your higher self. But now I'm more opening up to work with other different consciousness, you can say, but we'll talk about that later. Guides, or cosmos fields. Yeah, you can give different names, but it's all about energy, frequency, and vibration, what you connected to. So that's the first part, very important, because as I explained before in my previous video, we as a radio station, we need to fine tune. So if our higher self is in certain frequency here, then you need to tune in as one incarnated soul. You need to learn to how to tune in the same bandwidth, the same radio's frequency. So not radio, but yeah, it's the energy frequency. You need to fine tune with your higher self. So this is the first step to do it. The first key is to raise the vibration. So the second one is, once you raise the vibration, the second key to connect to your higher self is to set the intention to connect. So it's a connection technique. So everyone, you have to find your own way. This is through practice. So there's no other. You can follow other people. They share their journey, how they connect. But for yourself, you can always try which one works best for you, because you can. I can just give you some example. Like some people, they use the image. Even you can use the image of yourself, but you look at as your higher self, and you can connect that way. Or you can, when you close your eye, you can visualize a ball of light, and then this is as your higher consciousness, and then you can interact with that. It's all about focus technique, and they have some people, they show you some portals inside your body. For example, you can connect to your sacred heart, or you can connect to your divine mind. And then these are they are, you can try different ways. And then for myself, normally for me, I connect to my divine heart. It's in my heart, and then I will, if you watch my other video, that's normally what I do. I will go up, like visualize yourself, or you feel yourself like your consciousness is in your chest, and then you're going up through your center channel. So you project your consciousness out of your center channel and through your crown, and you're going up, up, up. And of course, the higher you tuning in, you raise your vibration that way. That's my way to do it. So I can, straight when I do that, I can feel I'm going up. And sometimes you can just have an intention, and once you're there, it's all about practice. The more you do it, you figure out easiest way for you to do. It's the same with, it's actually very similar for people that connect to their guides, also use the image, connect to the photo, that sort of thing. And with the higher self, it's also the same. So also you can listen to some guided meditation. Actually share quite a lot. If you go to any of my previous recording in my playlist, meditation or the self-healing, all that, I made it. It's all about the technique, but you just need to work on the vibration yourself, and each time you take you to different the connection. The third key is to feel the existence of your higher self. So some people, they can feel through energy. So once you connect, you can still, some people, this is connected to, I make the video like a couple weeks ago about 5 keys to open up your psychic ability. They goes hand in hand, because you also need to sharpen your psychic ability. So which in a way is remove the blockages in your energy field. So it's like a sharpen your tools. And then it's easier for you to connect, because you have too many energy blockages, then the reception is gonna be bad. Yes, so this is working on your energy. And then how to feel, you can, if you can sense the energy, you try to feel it, and then you can take a mental note, like, oh, how is that feel like when you connect with higher self? You can even say to your higher self, oh, give me, if you cannot feel, or you can even tell your higher self, give you a sign. For example, if you sneeze, okay, if you sneeze, some people can actually see, or even the smell, or even you can feel the senses. But if you cannot feel or see all of that, you just give the intentions. Okay, higher self, please connect with me. And you have to trust yourself, which is also the last key. You have to trust that, because any doubt you have is actually you create the blockages between you and your higher self, or even the connection process is exactly the same. It's just who you're connecting to. So the way you connect with your higher self, if people want to connect with their guides, or it's all the same process. It's just what frequency, energy, vibration they're tuning into. That's the main, the only difference. So you just give yourself like a few minutes to make connection, and you just feel, or you just have to trust it's happening. And then you can move on to your next key, which is to communicate with your higher self. So you can just talk as your higher self, like your friend. You can start chatting. It's like when you call someone, ring up to your friend, say, "Hi, how are you? How are you today? And can I talk to you?" And then when you say, and then you can start hear something, or you can see the image coming back to you. And whatever it happens, just allow it to come to you. Don't. Most of people, even for me at the beginning, I would think, oh, is it myself talking, my ego, or this and that. once you raise your vibration, and then you can also tell your ego, say, now I'm going to connect to my higher self. So ego, you can have a rest. You know, you can even ask the ego to become like smaller. It's all about the technique. I think, I'm not sure if I make a video like that. Maybe I can make a video in the future about how to handle your ego. Right. So talk to your higher self, and at the beginning it could be only one way, because when you talk to your higher self, you don't hear anything or you don't see anything, and so this is also very important. Like, you need to be patient. Probably you ask a question and then wait for a minute or two, and you might see something, you might feel something, and whatever you get is all good. When you have set intention, your higher self is always listening. It's just the communication is one way or two ways. You can start with one way. You can say, start from many small things, Sometimes just recently I find, like, when I work on myself, I start to remove the blockages in my energy field, and I just realized, like, all this manifestation or anything I want, like I wish for, sometimes I talk to my higher self, say, oh, please look after me up in this area, like if I have my work, and I say, oh, I prefer I prefer certain work, and that will be suitable for me. Please organize, and then you feel, wow. And then when I say, I need this, and I'll talk to my higher self, please organize what's the best for me. And then you'll realize, wow, it just come to you, like, you don't need to think. This is the best manifestation, is when you set your intention, and then you're just waiting it to come. You don't need to really tell your higher self how they want the process happen, because they know better. Your higher self knows better what's best for you. So if you don't get direct feedback from higher self, sometimes it's coming back as the message can come back with someone talking to you, or the signs or the numbers. Sometimes we have like a digital double-digit number or triple number, and they are the synchronicity, because the number, it has its own energies, and so it can convey the message that's brought to you. Or you can keep seeing something keep popping up, and this is also your higher self or your guide. Some people, if they prefer to work with guides, or higher self work the same way. It's also deliver the message that way. So you just have to observe in surrounding, just paying attention, and of course just relax, because if you don't pick up, it doesn't matter. We have so many things, because we have overwhelmed with so much information, and you just learn to be more aware of what you're receiving, and it's two ways. And the more you connect with your higher self, you find it's much easier to it's getting easier, more connection. The connection is stronger and stronger and stronger. So this is you can start with talking to your higher self, and sometimes if you feel really bad, you need to talk to someone. You can talk to your higher self. Sometimes you need to release, you want to cry, oh, my higher self, please help me, I really need to, why, and I need some help. And maybe the next day someone will come to you or give you the solution. So they may not directly, your higher self may not directly reply to you, but the energetically is working, in the behind the scenes. So it doesn't matter if you start with one-way communication, and later on, if you start to get, like a direct, you hear something or you see something, and you can go further, because it's all about deepen the connection with your higher self. It works the same way, because if people, they connect with the guides, most likely they can connect with their higher self as well. It's only difference is the frequency vibration, the radio bandwidth. Right. So the last key is the I mentioned earlier is about trust yourself. And because when you have doubt, is you actually creating the blockage. So okay, for example, if you have this connection with you and you're doing all the steps I told you.
Volume settings.
So weird. Sorry. My phone keep talking to me. Oh, my husband maybe trying to talk to me. Okay. So when you do the steps I told you, and then when the connection is there, but when you start to have doubts, you know what happened? When you have a doubts, it becomes like this. The connection will straight away weaken because of your doubt. Your doubt is actually you create the blockages. So whatever information you get, you take, you receive, and there's only this extra thing that you can. It's also important is discernment. Okay, so normally the messages you get from higher vibrational being, they're mostly positive. If you senses some negative, you know, it's likely even from your ego or your, because in our energy body we have also many energy, you know, around. So it could be some of them try to say something, you know. So you can so I would suggest, as you know, the other video I said, the keys to, you know, like you can start with automatic writing. So you take a diary. So whenever you want to connect and whatever you get from your higher self, you can take a note. And then whatever the communication process, you know, when you start a two-way communication, you do this diary, taking notes, and then you can, when you finish the communication process, you can go back to see what you wrote down again, or even you can come back later. This is to verify and also to double check, you know, like if any message you miss out or what you didn't get before, and now you understand what that means. Something it doesn't resonate with you, you can leave it there and you can validate, come back later. So this is all helping you to connect to your higher self. The last part I want to say is about embody your higher self permanently. So for us anyone can connect your higher self at any time. You just follow what I mentioned before, and it's just a matter of practice, a matter of trust yourself, a matter of the confidence. And then there's a question like, what if I want to embody my higher self? That means your higher self is in your body 24/7. Then that is very advanced. That is something you really need to work on it. Maybe years of time, you know, like. And for me, I just share my experience because I'm in this process of embodying my higher self, and this is progress working. But I want to share more when I get there. But just in this journey, I share with you what I get. So, if you want to embody your higher self, the very important key is to clear your karma. You can hear a lot of information, people talking about karma, and this is the energy trait we accumulate in many past life. And when we incarnate on the planet Earth, we carry the karma. So it's also why we meet certain people in this lifetime, because there are some unsolved, unresolved lessons, or you can say the connection, you know, you need to clear out, you know, or something you don't understand yourself, and that's the indication like how you will learn more about yourself. So what we have 7 chakras. So actually these 7 chakras, they store 1, 2, 3, I don't know how many, but 7 chakras, they are all store our karma. So if you want to embody your higher self, You need to clear your karma 100%. And that's why we call it ascended master, like saint. You know, back in the history, you have ascended master, like a Jesus Christ. So Christ is like incarnate as a human being. When they all release their karma and they embody their higher self, 100%, they will have a higher self name, which is called Jesus. So Jesus is the name of the higher self. So when I embody my higher self, I will reveal my higher self's name when I fully embody. So if you are serious and you want to work further, this is why it's important. The key is to, probably I can make another video to talk deeper about this part if you are serious, you really want to. Because what happens is, in the higher self, and you have many different incarnated souls. And it's not every incarnated soul that will embody their higher self in their lifetime. Because sometimes they just come to experience having fun and then they left. And then, you know, but there will be some incarnated soul, like me, I'm very keen. I want to embody. It's like I feel like it's my purpose of this life, you know. Next we'll be talking about your soul purpose, your soul mission, and then demystify all of that. So you can subscribe my channel. That's the easiest way. Upload on my YouTube is more concentrated, so it's not wasting your time watching the video. Right, so incarnated souls, so you can have different soul family, and they are all under one higher self. So you need to work. In the process, you have parallel lives, and there will be only one. It's like if you're playing a computer game, you know, sometimes you play computer game, you have like in one game you have 3 lives, right? So if you have 1 life die, you still have 2 lives, and in this simulation, it's the same thing. Like one higher self, it's like you have, maybe we can say, it can be a group of 3. Like you can have 15, 18, or 20, you know, like this kind of setting. So you have this incarnated soul is playing, experiencing all the time. And then in the end, there will be the last one. Or, you know, there will be one incarnated soul can fully embody the higher self. And that's why you call ascended master. That means it's graduated from the earth school. So you already clear out all your karmas, and then because higher self, to host your body, to host the higher self, you cannot have all these blockages. You know, you can temporarily invite, but it won't stay forever, because our body. That's why people say our body is a temple. You need to clear out for the higher self to be there all the time, 24/7. So hopefully in the future I'll make some video like how I do it and how you can do it, and then it's so good. You know, I'm so looking forward to the day I can embody my higher self 24/7. So now I'm going to read the questions. You can write your questions, put in the chat, and I'll have a look. So we have Snejana. Sorry if I don't pronounce correctly. How can I know if I'm guided by a higher self or a demon? Okay, so there are indicators like the differences. If you can sense the energy, of course, the demon can also show you the light before they show their face. So it takes time. It takes time for you to recognize. So your higher self won't need to control you, because he's you all the time. You know, why you need to control yourself? So most likely the demon, they're into control. They are into, if you feel the energy, they got anger, and they want to make you fear. You feel when you communicate with the beings, you feel your vibration is getting lower. That's the indication, because normally high energy beings, they only raise up your vibration. They won't press you down. So this is one indicator. If any of you know the cult group I followed before, at the beginning they have a nice energy, but then slowly, when they get your trust, and then they start to their manipulation. So it takes time, actually. You need to sense the red flags. So if something, it doesn't resonate with you, you can always check around. If you're not sure, you can ask someone who knows about energy, or who can see, or who can sense, or you can have consult with someone if you cannot sure about yourself. But sometimes we have this inner knowing. You can make a discernment. Anything doesn't make you feel comfortable, you don't have to connect. You can connect with that means you also need to work on yourself to raise your vibration higher, because normally when we try to connect, it's all about vibration match. Whatever as a being, whatever you sending out, you try to connect. You can connect to anything, literally, because it's all about what frequency you're tuning in. So if you really want to connect to your higher self, you need to work on your own vibration as well, because you can feel the clarity, the connection with your higher self when you. So raise your vibration. I have make another video. You can have a look. It's really about releasing the blockages, because we are all, as a higher self, we are pure. We come here with our human blueprint. It's like it's most like the blockage. When we clear out, your vibration is up automatically. Okay, so we have Flori. How will you know if your confidence or ego is interfering with the higher self? I always have happy, positive energy. So that's good. Because ego is more like, negative and drama, drama king or drama queen, and they always want to get your attention. Confidence is related to the blockages, actually, because I found that the confidence is normally, people don't have confidence. It's because they have some blockages in their energy field. Fear or some traumas they had before, and that become a shadow or become a slash, in your energy field, and it become a block. And that's why when always there's some trigger, they will give you certain reaction. So you need to when we say work on yourself, is really to remove the blockages in the energy slash in your energy field. There's no really shortcut, but as long as you keep working to keep clearing, then you're getting closer, even you're getting closer to what you want to achieve. Yes. Right, so that's good. You always have a happy, positive energy, so that's good thing, because high positive is high vibration, other than fear, anger, anxiety, depression. So when you have all these, it can all, apart from the ego, it can be your emotional body, your mental body, all this sort of thing. They are the signals to say, I'm here, do something about me. And I also want to say, with whatever the pandemic is happening out there, don't get distracted, because focus on working on yourself. Imagine the same time, if people are spending too much time worrying, it's getting fear, it's getting your vibration low. And if in this period of time, I'm actually working on myself, I don't have that, like you feel you're growing, you feel better, much better. So whatever is there, you feel like you can see like a movie scene, right? People, they don't get caught in what's out there. It's really when you're focusing on yourself, you don't tune in with that vibration, and then automatically you boost your immune system, because when your vibration is high, your immune system is high as well. Very thank you so much for connecting. I really appreciate, it's really my passion to share my awakening journey, or now my ascension journey, to whoever is drawn to me. And I think at the moment I'm sharing my experience, but in the future, when I fully embody my higher self, I will offer more services. And then that's my passion, my mission. I don't know, my mission, my passion, my purpose. So next week I'm going to talk about how to find your soul purpose or your mission, demystify. Okay, so thank you for connecting with me today. Thank you for your support. And you can always visit my website. There are very amazing recordings you can connect to. They are helping you to raise your vibration. Please like and subscribe my channel, and then share this video to your community to help people on this awakening and ascension journey. So till next week, we'll connect again. Thank you so much. Bye.